Gong joins us now to discuss China's Golden Week and the impact on the country's economy. He's a professor at the University of International Business and Economics. John, always great to see you.
Thank you very much for having me.
Well, I know that you travel quite a bit. With what you're seeing with total tally with travel numbers, people traveling domestically, internationally, is travel back?
Well, I think the statistics are showing that the travels are coming back indeed. I think it's not just the Chinese tourists traveling domestically, but also going abroad. I think probably more importantly is that the foreigners are starting to come back to China for visit. And I think it's actually extremely important. I think we had a little bit of a stock market rally before this long weekend, and I think look at the statistics so far. They're all showing good signs, and hopefully the economy is finally showing signs of strong recovery.
Yeah, we saw at the beginning of 2024 a lot of deals between China and other countries regarding to visa-free travel. Are we starting to see the fruits of those deals?
Well, absolutely. I think it's actually takes a little bit of a courage to offer unilaterally visa-free entry for quite a few countries, and I think we're starting to see the fruit of this. Foreigners are indeed coming back. I think you have to compare numbers with the pre-pandemic before 2020. Over the last 3 or 4 years, just from my personal observation, it's actually a pity not to see a lot of foreign tourists at the touristy spots in China, and hopefully things are starting to change. I think your program showed a delegation from the United States. Definitely, we need a lot of tourists coming from the United States, from Europe to visit China. I hope the flights between the United States and China will increase shortly into the future.
Yeah, I think they're getting a little bit less expensive, but you mentioned these long distances with that group from the U.S. going to China. We have another story where we have these Chinese tourists traveling long distances, not just staying in the region, but traveling to Europe, also traveling to the United States. Talk about that trend of really making the decision not just to stay nearby.
Yeah, well, I'm actually in Seattle right now, and I can tell from my personal experiences that the United States actually has, I've seen quite a bit of a changes. I think the infrastructures are definitely improving. I visit airports in Seattle, in Boston, and in New York. I mean, clearly, I think the infrastructures are getting improved a lot, actually. And I think it's great for Chinese people to see America, and also, of course, for American people to see China. But I think overall, if you look at the passenger traffic on flights, I think predominantly still, I see more people from China going to the United States as opposed to be vice versa. And I think, definitely we would love to see more American tourists, American people to visit China, to see for themselves, the country that are actually portrayed quite positively in the media, in the U.S. mainstream media. I think seeing is believing, there's an old saying. And I think, we should bring the cost down, the flights cost down, so that more American people, especially I think young people, can go to China and see for themselves the country, what it's like over there.
All right, always great to see you. Safe travels, Gong. Great to see you in Seattle there.
Thank you.